What up, everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood Pond King. Are you ready to have some fun? Because it's the start of day one of Project 21. I'm really excited. I mean, number one, when you first pull up and you see the garden and you can see just how artistic she is and how talented she is with her gardening skills, that just gets me very excited because you know that that person is going to set our water feature off. Look at the rock work they've done and just the way these things are growing in. Some annuals mixed in with perennials, the evergreens perfectly pruned. I mean, it looks awesome. So that makes me excited because we know that they're gonna make our water feature look extra cool and put that final touch on that really adds that nature feel. Because when we're first done, you've been watching our vlogs, right? If you haven't, now's a good time to suggest you do. Hit that subscribe button, free thing, you can do it, helps us out. And there's tons of videos to go back and watch. You can see plenty of examples of our style. This is our medium Pondless Waterfall package with MOSSY limestone, and it's gonna get started very soon. What that means is it's a 15-foot long waterfall minimum and a 4,000 to 8,000 gallon an hour pump, 5 underwater lights. I'm really excited. I mean, this is a beautiful setting. I can't believe we're right here in Roseville, Minnesota. Just wait until you see the backyard view. They're right up against the golf course. It is fantastic. You'd hardly believe that you're only 5 minutes from downtown Minnesota or 5 minutes from the U of M. It's cool. So I'm really excited. The team should be arriving here shortly, and as they filter in, we're gonna get busy doing our thing. So you want to see what the backyard's all about? Shahi, let's give them that before montage. I know you've got a good song for this one. All right, let's get to it. Often on our pondless systems, we'll dig the hole a little wider and make some extra room for gravel. If you were watching us last week and that was your first episode, Project 20, you'll go back and watch that. But Project 20, the basin was completely different because there isn't much water in suspension. So when you're doing a pondless waterfall, there's a lot of water in suspension, and so we do them a little bit differently. Again, the main thing that you have to worry about is that you have enough of your aqua blocks in there. As long as those fit and are underneath your water line, you have enough water storage. As long as you engineer it properly too, I should say. Pondless Waterfall is about 15 feet long, our medium. That's our minimum, and we always like to push it when we can. And we're gonna have ample opportunity to be creative here on this guy. Looking forward to it. Basin's going good though. We got the gravel in there, top off line. We always protect that top off line by putting rock around it and stuff carefully so that we're not pulling that out and having it disconnected. Staging boulders, you know, getting us ready to start strapping them and getting them in place. Carrying buckets of gravel by hand.
Half buckets if we have to.
Did you have to?
It was nice though. I had one full one and I had 2 buckets sitting there, and I was like, hey, a couple of those.
Did you make those sound effects while you were doing it too?
In my head.
Nice.
That's what I do with my daughter all the time. Sound effects for everything. I find.
I'm opening the door. Click, click. the end of day one. I've had a lot of fun today. Thank you for joining us. Keep watching because we're gonna have water running before you know it. I'm loving how this is going. I love how the team's flying together, working well together. Even though we don't have our normal machine, the MT55, it's not affecting progress or, more importantly, the quality of how awesome this waterfall is. I'm really excited. This MOSSY limestone is really fun to work with. We're getting these cool lines that match up really in a cool way that makes it feel like the water was just carving its way through these rocks over time here. We will be back tomorrow for day 2, and man, hopefully we'll have water running on day 3 and be able to clean up and say, check this out yet again.
All right, so our customer wanted to add a boulder right at the end of this wall right here. And we really didn't have enough rock, we didn't think, to do it, so we just picked up another one just for that. Of course, no extra charge, just because it's a nice little thing we can do. It didn't cost us much, and we get to make our customer really happy because they later felt like they should have made this wall longer for a little bit more privacy. And so instead of just leaving it and not having a solution, we just grabbed another boulder when we got some dirt. So no big deal. We're gonna pop that in, and hopefully they really like it.
Teammate said what?
Well, one of our teammates, they
well, I said right away when he said one of our
let's
teammates.
just jump to that. One of our teammates is fixing the top off line, and that's me. All right. One of our teammates put the top off line where you just shouldn't.
Why?
And then
why is it in the wrong spot? Just out of curiosity.
Because I didn't know it was there.
So when I said you were like one of our teammates, and I was like, it's gonna be okay.
Whenever I leave with one of our teammates, it means that Nick or I did it. Because if Nick did it, I'd be like, you know, Nick hit the top off line.
But in this case, it was you. It was you.
Enough talking. You heard our fans. They don't want to hear us talk anymore. They want to see the waterfall going.
That was just a comment on a previous video, not this video. The end of day 2, fantastic day. We got water running, and man, the client got the honors to get to plug it in. Awesome.
And the king has arrived for day 3, I believe, right?
Day 3. We're gonna finish it. I'm filled with glee because it's the start of day 3, and man, this is gonna look fantastic. I can't wait.
The king has arrived with
I like this rock right here.
The king toe. Oh. Believe it or not, I learned something new as well. Look at the width on that toe.
That's the toe, baby.
You know they got king size mattresses? Well, that is the king toe, which is a real thing. They're like go-go gadget boots. Look at those things. Doesn't even have to tie them.
King toe. Oh, did you see how easy that was?
Oh, I didn't see that. King toe. Let's see that again. Oh. King toe.
The boa system.
Like a snake, like a boa constrictor?
My wife was like, you should go try red wing. And I was like, I don't know. I never liked them when I was there earlier. And then she's like, what do you think now after I left the boxies? I was like, I never have to tie my shoes again. I hate tying my shoes.
Looks like I'm going to Red Wing. I'm wearing hiking boots right now because I can't wear my boots.
Hey, right now the guys are working on gravel channels and making sure that over time there's no settling that would create any leaks. So if you have flowing water coming in anywhere, you kind of do a gravel channel like this before you come in with mulch. That just makes sure that the water is going in where you want it to. Mulch won't build up and go into that, clogging it up, making a dam so that the water would back up and come out of the liner later on. We'll be breaking up the look here and hiding the liner and making it just awesome. That's what we do. So you can see why I love my job, right? Project number 21 complete. Check this out. Sponsored by Pond King Water Gardens. Living works of art, 1 yard at a time.